and welcome back to another episode of Wheat, Grain, and Sugar-Free Cooking. I am Elaine, and today I'm actually not cooking for you, but I am just going to show you around my kitchen to show you how I have it prepared, completely wheat, grain, and sugar-free. Two things that I think are most important in this lifestyle. One would be that I don't call it a diet. To me, diets have always failed. So I call this a lifestyle, and as long as you call it a lifestyle, you should be successful too. My second most important would be being prepared, and that's the reason for this video, is to show you how I have my kitchen prepared. So we'll start off in the refrigerator. So in my refrigerator, one of the most important things would be almond milk, unsweetened almond milk. I always have eggs. I always buy organic eggs, avocados, heavy cream. This is just peanut butter. I don't buy jarred peanut butter. I grind this at the supermarket. Okay, next in line would be my baking mixes. These are in the 30-minute Wheat Belly cookbook. This is the all-purpose baking mix. It could be found in the book, even probably on the wheatbelly.com site. It's also the recipe that Dr. Davis used when he was on Dr. Oz in November. So I always have that made. I also have the flaxseed wrap mix. This recipe could be found in the 30-minute cookbook. That as well, along with the tortilla baking mix, and I actually just write down on the cover what goes in it so I always know how to make it. What else do I have in here? I have cheeses. Cheeses are huge. You want to stay away from any processed cheeses. So I usually buy, all hard cheeses are usually pretty good. This is a Kerrygold cheddar. I have fresh mozzarella, and another cheddar hard cheese. Bacon. My bacon is uncured and no nitrates. I eat that quite a bit. Some chorizo. Another huge, you can have some berries. You know, the berries have less sugar than your regular fruits like melons and such. So also green bananas. These are one of the most important things in this lifestyle for help cultivating your bowel flora. So I always keep them in the fridge. What else? Of course, some great vegetables, always to snack on. Another staple that you kind of want to have is butter on hand, as long as it's real butter and not, you know, any fake processed butter. Cream cheese I use all the time. Sour cream. If you don't use butter, you can always use ghee. You can use tallow. You know, leftover bacon grease from breakfast in the morning. Snack things so that I always have readily available. This is actually, this is in the 10-day grain detox. It's a spicy nut mixture. So if you ever get a craving for something salty and spicy, this is readily available. I also have available in my fridge at all times are the peanut butter cup fat blasters. These are full of healthy fat and a little bit of peanut butter in them to give you some protein. The recipe for that is in the 10-day grain detox. And I actually have posted a video on one of my on my channel, so you can check that out. I also have made pretty much at all the times. These are the trail mix balls. These are great snacks on the go, or if you just, you know, you get a little craving of something sweet. I have those as well. So that would be my fridge. So in my spice cabinet, I actually have the number one thing is my coconut oil. I use this on a daily basis. This goes in my morning protein shake. I'll cook with it. I use it in my fat blasters, and I use it in everything. Spices. I have, all spices, anything to make your food taste better so it's not bland and boring. So, from onion powder to thyme, oregano, cinnamon, chili powder, paprika, my sea salt I use, my vanilla extract, my olive oil I use. Sometimes I'll use extra light, sometimes I'll just use regular plain olive oil, depending on if it's for cooking or baking or just for drizzling. If I'm just drizzling it on top of my eggs in the morning for breakfast, then I'll just use regular. Depends on what I have, really. Pepper, of course. And I have, this is a brand that I use. I put this in my peanut butter protein shake in the morning with my green banana with almond milk and my coconut oil. So now when it comes to sweeteners, when I say sweeteners, I certainly do not mean artificial sweeteners like Equal or Sweet and Low or aspartame or anything to that nature. The sweeteners that are Wheat Belly approved would be liquid stevia, powdered stevia. You could get powdered stevia as well. I also use inulin. This actually, I put this, sometimes I'll put this in my prebiotic shake in the morning. I'll use this when I'm making my fat blasters. I'll put some of that in there. It's very low on the glycemic index. Another one would be a xylitol. If you do have a dog, do not let your dogs have any of the xylitol. Not like you're going to give your dog sugar or anything like that, but just make sure your dog doesn't eat any of that. Another one would be erythritol. I do not have any erythritol in the house right now. The place that I buy it, they were sold out, but I still had enough of everything else. Another one would be from the wheat-free markets. This is a mixture of monk fruit extract and erythritol. It's 4 times sweeter than sugar. It's called Virtue. Another one would be just monk fruit. I don't have any monk fruit extract as well. So those are your approved Wheat Belly sweeteners. There are a couple brands. I think it's called Swerve. I've never used that. I've looked for it in stores around me and I can't find it. So, and I've never ordered it online. So good luck with that. So here I am standing in my pantry. There's, you'd like to have a stocked pantry, so there's a few things that I have in here that are pretty much essential. I have a bunch of raw nuts. They're sunflower seeds. I go through a lot of sunflower seeds because I'll put them on my salads. I'll put them on my husband's salads for the week. And all of my other nuts. I have some pecans in here, chopped walnuts. They will, when you're buying nuts, make sure that they are raw and unsalted. That's pretty important. Another big thing that's in my pantry would be coconut milk. And then on this side of my pantry, I have all of my bagged flours. Whenever I go to the grocery store, and if they are on sale, I will pick them up. These are the almond meal. I use the blanched almond meal flour. The reason why, it's just I like the texture of it better. If you were to buy the natural almond meal, it means that the skins are still on the almonds, so there'll be little brown flecks in it. But that's fine too. You can totally do that. So I've got, almond meal flour, ground golden flax. I also have already made granola from the wheat-free market. So the wheat-free market toasted flakes, that's a cereal. So also I have my coconut flour. I have my psyllium seed. raw chocolate cacao nibs. So now on to the kitchen gadgets that are not necessarily essential, but they definitely make life a little easier in the kitchen. For starters, I have my spiralizer, the food processor. You certainly don't need it, but this definitely helps with slicing and dicing and shredding. A high-powered blender. So another huge part of this is definitely reading labels, the ingredients. There's a lot of hidden wheats that don't actually just say the word wheat. They're hidden in like caramel color or caramel flavoring or natural flavoring, you know, bulgur or graham flour, tapioca starch. That's just to name a few. There's a big laundry list of them that you can actually read in any of the Wheat Belly books. But those are definitely ones that you want to stay away from, along with the sugars like maltodextrin or half of them, whatever they are. Some of them I can't even pronounce. If I can't pronounce it, I certainly don't buy it. So along with all the wheat, the grains, and the sugars that you want to avoid, you also want to avoid corn products. Modified cornstarch, hydrogenated corn oil, vegetable oil, anything Zen, polenta, you want to stand clear of that as well. And that wraps up this episode of Wheat, Grain, and Sugar-Free Cooking. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And I will see you all next time.